Hello again. I'm Timmie,
I'm Jeanette.
and you are invited again to our conversations that we have weekly, anytime we're together, really. But we decided to get some thoughts together that we enjoy talking about and want to expand more into our little owl. And it's my turn to pick. She's nervous about a specific topic, but
There's a topic in there.
Who knows if it'll come up.
That's right.
I don't want to pick all mine though. I want to pick one that's yours.
Whatever comes up is supposed to come up, don't.
Okay, finding your superpower.
Oh, nice.
Finding your superpower. Tell me what that's about.
Well, it's interesting because I have this thought, people talk about this regularly, and I have this thought that our superpower is actually going to be something unexpected. And I guess that's the interesting part, because a lot of people will say things like, my superpower is this, and I know it's my superpower because I'm really good at it. And it makes me wonder if that is actually true. Because I find the idea, okay, so here's where my brain kind of tweaks about this. I believe that our family of origin, meaning the family that we're born into, or whatever, our original family, teaches us what our superpower is, but almost in a disguised way. So if that's just my theory. So if that theory were correct, and if our superpower has been there all along, how would we locate it? How would we unbury it? Because obviously our family of origin also provides us with all of our baggage that goes over the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So how would we then begin to uncover our true superpower, not just some skill that we have practiced and become good at, a lot of times in spite of our family of origin and original programming. Do you know what I mean? Most people become what they're good at because they have baggage and they're trying to get around their baggage. What if we had to unpack it and find the gift? How would that work?
I don't know. The first thing that pops into my head though when I think of superpower is Samantha off of Bewitched and her power to do whatever she wants. So that would be my ideal fantasy superpower would be to be Bewitched, Samantha in Bewitched, because I could just change anything the way I wanted to.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think of how superpower lands with me. Don't know. Do you have an inkling of what your superpower is, do you think? Whether it's one that was given to you by your parents, family, or something you've discovered yourself or you have an inkling for?
I think that mine has something to do with emotions.
Okay.
Because my life has been absolutely filled with them. And even though I've resisted them and tried not to deal with them and done everything in my power to resist that even being a thing, there's also a part of me that's never shied away from them. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of move into them even when I don't mean to. And that's why I think it's something hidden. I'm not sure how to frame it in any other perspective than I know it has to do with emotions. I know it has to do with that because I don't meet very many people who charge into them
the willingness to charge into it.
Yeah, the way that I do. But I don't know how to kind of flesh out more to that specifically. I don't know.
And then I was thinking, I wonder if we can we choose our superpower? Like, can we choose our superpower and just say, this is what I choose it to be?
Right. Yeah, and there's and develop something by choice.
Yeah, yeah, because like finding your superpower, what if it's not a matter of finding? What if it's like, this is what I'm deciding my superpower is because I'm jiving with it at the moment? And can superpowers change?
Right.
Or are we just like, this is each person has their superpower and that's what is it?
Yeah, that's the interesting part of it is and you know, and again, thinking of it that way, you know, at certain ages, we don't have access to to certain reflective ability, you know.
Mm-hmm.
In my 20s, I couldn't have reflected on a lifetime of knowledge to sort out what even a superpower could be.
Right.
And then as you experience life, of course, yeah, which part of it is your superpower becoming more embedded in your baggage, or is it being uncovered through your experiences of life also? You know, that there's many elements to it, but I know a lot of people are talking about it now, but for some reason when I hear them talking about it,
Yeah, what does it mean? What does a superpower mean?
right, it a lot of people talk about it as I guess in the perspective that you're saying, a lot of people talk about it as in this is a skill that I have become really super good at,
Okay.
and it's my superpower. But as soon as I hear that, for me, I go, no, that's somehow that doesn't feel like a superpower to me, even though it's a developed skill. A superpower to me would be the thing that you were born with.
Yeah, I see it more as innate, like almost running through you your
Mhm.
entire life, whether you're aware of it or not. So if we were to take out the skill, superpower is not a skill, but it's something like I almost see like a burning ember in us
Oh, it's
that's
true.
always been there, and that as it gets brighter and brighter, that's our superpower. Is that kind of
Yeah,
that?
that's what it feels
And
like
then what does
to
a
me.
superpower do for us? Like
Right,
what is its function? What's a
right.
superpower function?
Yeah, see, when you said that, my thought was so instead of us being a skill, a superpower is more of a particular way of you being you, a particular way of me
Mm-hmm.
being me.
That's a superpower. Holy
Right,
hell.
right. It's a very particular way of that. And what does it do for us? When we allow that to express, it would seem to me that it would be the secret of what I would call pure alignment.
Mm,
That's how my brain
I'm
would think
here
of it.
as you're talking, I'm hearing authenticity.
Oh yeah,
It's
absolutely.
it's that our superpower is who we are, and presenting who we are to the world authentically, that is a superpower, which
Right.
means it can protect us, shield us. It could, what was the word you used earlier? It could create momentum for us to where we move in directions that, I don't know the word, that almost like it just guides us because we're being our authentic self.
Right. Absolutely. Well, and it was interesting because when you first started that train of thought, my mind went to un instead of
Yeah.
adding skills or
Yes, yes, yes.
adding technique or adding this, it was more like we almost have to lay it bare. We almost
Yes.
have to
True.
unclothe that thing and get rid of perceptions
Mm-hmm.
we've that we've chosen because of the outside world. It's almost ridding ourselves of that, and in the laying bare of it, the superpower is right there, the
I'm
authentic self.
I'm thinking of the story of the sculptor who he's a great sculptor because he chips away
Oh, right.
that isn't the sculpture itself. So he has a vision of his sculpture, and so he chips away everything that is not that.
Right. Yeah. So how would you,
So it's like that's what we do
right,
is chipping away. That's not me. That's something I tried on by somebody else.
right.
The other story that comes up that's kind of in the same sculpture thing is the story of the Golden Buddha. Have you heard of that one?
I don't remember.
So the Golden Buddha, I'm not the best at storytelling, but it will get across. The story will get across, the point will get across. So there was this Golden Buddha in this monastery, and their village was being attacked, these monks. And so what they did was they covered it in clay, like mud clay. Do you remember this story now?
No.
So the beautiful big golden, it's totally made of gold Buddha, covered with gold, covered with clay, mud clay, so that they wouldn't destroy it and take it for whatever they wanted to use it for. But unfortunately, all of the monks in that village got killed. So all these years, this statue has been moved around, and I can't remember where it is. You can look it up, the Golden Buddha. But it had been moved around as a clay Buddha sculpture. They didn't know it was gold.
Wow.
And I guess one night it was tarped, and there was a security guard outside, and it had been raining. I don't know the whole story. Again, I'm not the best at I'm going to butcher this story, but you'll get the point. The nightman, the security person who was there watching this statue, had a flashlight, and he was checking things out and saw a golden glint, and he started chipping away at it.
Oh, wow.
Because he thought something's here, and underneath was the Golden Buddha.
Wow.
So it's kind of like we are covered in this clay for protection, supposed protection, but underneath us is that Golden Buddha.
Right.
That's our superpower, is who we truly are.
Right. Yeah, that base level, that authentic, full expression of just us. And we have with everything that we do, we have this version of us that we think we're supposed to be versus this being that we are. And it seems so interesting that, we can spend all day long, every day, focused on other people and how other people live and how other people are and how other people show up, and in comparison with all these other people. And from that perspective, how do you then find, or it's not even finding your superpower, it's being your superpower.
Discovering the superpower you've always been.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah. Can't do that in comparison.
No, comparison, that's a whole nother topic.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're going to compare everything.
Yeah.
Because no one's ever equal anyway. So why would you compare yourself to somebody who's not equal?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, anything else on this topic? Not. Finding our superpower.
Yeah, I think we figured that out.
All right. Well, find your superpower, be yourself, which means basically be you. Be yourself. Yeah, be yourself, which means just discover yourself.
Exactly. Uncover yourself.
Yeah, uncover yourself, because you're pretty amazing. All right.
Absolutely.
I guess that's it. Until next time. Thanks for joining us.